Attraction and desire are complex emotions that manifest in subtle behaviors, body language, and communication. In the realm of dating and relationships, certain actions or signals may indicate that someone is deeply interested in you. However, from a Stoic perspective, interpreting these signs requires discernment, understanding whether they stem from genuine affection or fleeting impulses. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what lies within our control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and let external events unfold naturally. While it's human nature to seek validation or meaning in others' behavior, the Stoics remind us that true contentment comes from aligning with virtue rather than attachment to outcomes. This essay explores key behaviors that suggest she wants you so bad, framed through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Each point highlights how Stoic principles such as emotional mastery, humility, and detachment can help you interpret these behaviors without becoming overly invested in them. By maintaining perspective, you can navigate relationships with clarity and dignity. She initiates contact frequently. One of the most telling signs of strong interest is frequent initiation of contact, whether through texts, calls, or social media messages. When someone consistently reaches out first, it demonstrates a proactive desire to stay connected. From a Stoic perspective, however, it's essential to examine her intent critically. Are her messages meaningful and engaging, or do they feel superficial? Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Instead of jumping to conclusions, respond thoughtfully. Engage in conversation without assuming ulterior motives, staying grounded in reason. If her outreach feels sincere and consistent, reciprocate with kindness and authenticity. But if it seems sporadic or insincere, practice detachment. Remember, your peace of mind depends on how you process her actions, not the actions themselves. She listens actively and remembers. Details. Active listening is a hallmark of genuine interest. Women who want you badly often pay close attention to your words, remembering small details about your life, your preferences, hobbies, or past experiences. This level of attentiveness reflects investment and care. From a Stoic standpoint, active listening aligns with virtues like empathy and justice. It shows respect for your individuality and fosters deeper connection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Surround yourself with people who listen deeply and validate your experiences. When she remembers specifics about your conversations, it indicates she values your presence. Appreciate this effort, sincerely, but ensure reciprocity exists. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual effort, not one-sided sacrifices. She prioritizes spending time with you. Another clear sign of attraction is prioritizing shared time together. If she goes out of her way to be physically present in your life, attending events, visiting unannounced, or finding excuses to spend time together, it signals initiative and prioritization. This effort demonstrates a desire to rebuild rapport and strengthen bonds. From a Stoic perspective, presence signifies intentionality, a hallmark of virtuous living. Yet, it's crucial to differentiate between genuine attempts to connect and performative gestures meant to ease guilt or obligation. Epictetus taught, "He is richest who is content with the least." Value quality over quantity in interactions. Appreciate her efforts sincerely, but ensure reciprocity exists. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual effort, not one-sided sacrifices. She compliments you. Sincerely, compliments serve as affirmations of admiration and appreciation. Someone who wants you badly may shower you with praise publicly, e.g. on social media, or privately, e.g. during conversations. While flattering, these compliments warrant scrutiny. Stoicism urges humility and modesty. Avoid inflating your ego based on others' opinions. Instead, view compliments as reflections of the giver's perspective, not definitive truths about your worth. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact." Respond graciously without attaching excessive significance to their words. Let your self-esteem stem from inner virtues rather than external validation. She seeks opportunities to collaborate. People who miss you or want you badly may create opportunities to collaborate, whether professionally, creatively, or socially. These initiatives showcase a desire to rebuild rapport and strengthen bonds. Stoicism champions collaboration as a means of contributing positively to society. However, assess whether these proposals benefit both parties equally. Beware of ulterior motives disguised as teamwork. Seneca advised, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Ensure you're prepared to engage fully before committing. Collaboration fosters camaraderie and shared purpose, provided it's built on mutual respect and fairness. She displays jealousy toward others. Jealousy often arises when someone feels threatened by your connections with others. If she expresses discomfort or resentment toward individuals close to you, it may indicate insecurity or possessiveness. Stoicism advocates for managing envy constructively. Epictetus observed, "Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire." Address jealousy calmly, encouraging open dialogue about underlying fears or concerns. Refrain from feeding into drama or escalating tensions unnecessarily. Model emotional maturity by reassuring them of your intentions while upholding your autonomy. Relationships flourish when trust replaces jealousy. 7. She offers support. During challenges, supportive gestures during challenging times highlight empathy and loyalty. Someone who wants you badly may offer assistance proactively, demonstrating their investment in your well-being. Stoicism celebrates compassion as a cornerstone of harmonious relationships. However, distinguish between genuine support and conditional aid tied to expectations. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "Kindness is invincible, provided it's sincere. Accept help graciously, if it aligns with your needs, but maintain independence to avoid dependency." Balanced support strengthens bonds, fostering resilience and gratitude within the relationship. She revisits old habits or traditions. Revisiting old habits or traditions, such as favorite activities, meeting spots, or rituals, signals nostalgia and a yearning to recreate positive experiences. While comforting, Stoicism warns against fixating on the past excessively. Seneca cautioned, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Embrace familiar elements with appreciation, but remain open to evolving dynamics. Encourage innovation alongside tradition to keep the relationship fresh and engaging. Nostalgia bridges gaps temporarily, but sustainable connections require adaptation and growth. She confides in you. Deeply confiding deeply reveals vulnerability and trust, a powerful indicator that someone wants you badly. Sharing personal struggles, dreams, or aspirations signifies a desire for intimacy and understanding. Stoicism prizes honesty and authenticity in communication. Listen attentively without judgment, offering empathy and guidance where appropriate. Epictetus advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 tongue so that we may listen twice as much as we speak." Prioritize active listening over offering unsolicited advice. Deep confidences fortify bonds, creating a safe space for mutual vulnerability and growth. She expresses regret or apologies. Apologies or expressions of regret often accompany feelings of wanting someone back, especially after a disagreement or separation. These admissions signal vulnerability and a willingness to repair the relationship. Stoicism encourages forgiveness and reconciliation when aligned with virtue. However, beware of insincere apologies designed to manipulate or guilt trip. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Respond to apologies graciously if they seem heartfelt, but don't compromise your values for temporary harmony. Practice patience and discernment. Give both parties time to heal before rushing into renewed commitments. Authentic apologies pave the way for growth, while empty ones perpetuate dysfunction. She engages in thoughtful gestures. Thoughtful gestures, Small acts of kindness tailored specifically to you are another sign of deep interest. Whether it's surprising you with your favorite snack, planning a special outing, or simply checking in during tough times, these actions reflect attentiveness and care. From a Stoic perspective, thoughtful gestures demonstrate virtues like generosity and consideration. They show an understanding of your needs and preferences, fostering a sense of being valued. As Seneca noted, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Acknowledge her efforts warmly, but evaluate whether they align with mutual respect and reciprocity. Genuine thoughtfulness builds trust and admiration, while performative gestures lack depth. She talks about future plans involving you. Perhaps the strongest indicator of wanting you badly is including you in future plans. If she discusses upcoming trips, projects, or milestones with you in mind, it reveals long-term thinking and commitment. This inclusion signifies that she sees you as integral to her vision of the future. Stoicism emphasizes living purposefully and striving for excellence. Virtue. Aligning your goals with hers can foster shared aspirations and deepen your bond. However, ensure these plans align with your values and priorities. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." By focusing on alignment rather than obligation, you build a foundation for lasting fulfillment. Conclusion. Navigating signs of desire with wisdom. When someone wants you so bad, their actions convey longing, admiration, or regret. By applying Stoic principles, acceptance, rationality, humility, and detachment, you can interpret these behaviors with clarity and grace. Focus on cultivating virtues within yourself rather than obsessing over external validation. Remember, Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Whether or not someone expresses deep interest in you, your fulfillment ultimately depends on your alignment with virtue and purpose. Approach relationships with authenticity, patience, and discernment. Let their actions guide your understanding, but never lose sight of your intrinsic worth. In doing so, you embody the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, navigating human connections with dignity and resilience. Final answer. Key behaviors include initiating contact frequently, listening actively and remembering details, prioritizing spending time together, complimenting sincerely, seeking opportunities to collaborate, displaying jealousy toward others, offering support during challenges, revisiting old habits or traditions, confiding deeply, expressing regret or apologies, engaging in thoughtful gestures and talking about future plans involving you.